This is Diva Cherynata from English Literature to 2023 with the student number 23020154281.
Hi, my name is Erlina Dwi Susanti and I'm from English Literature 2023 I class. My name is 027.
Hello, my name is Regyn Arizma. I'm from English Literature and my ID is 212.
My name is Tanya, Nabilah, Zata, Mazaya. I'm from English Literature 2023 with student ID 122.
Hey, what's the first thought that pops out into your mind when I say psycholinguistics? Well, if you're feeling confused, don't worry, you're not alone in having questions. Stay a while and let me show you a world when psychology and language meet, and trust me, it is more fun than you can imagine. What is psycholinguistics? Psycholinguistics is a branch of linguistics. According to Wilhelm Wundt's definition, psycholinguistics is the study of the mental process involved in language comprehension, production, and acquisition. While, according to Noam Chomsky, psycholinguistics is the study of the interrelation between language factors, mental, and emotional qualities. Those factors are innate and humans are hardwired for complex syntactic factors. Chomsky espouses that those abilities are only found in humans. Maybe some of you have ever questioned how does language differ from other forms of communication used by animals. Well, maybe you may sing bees buzzing and dolphins singing. In fact, actually, dolphin is not singing. It is how they communicate with each other. Bees use the waggle dance to communicate the location of food sources, while dolphins use a series of clicks and whistles that can convey a different message and are known for their complex social communication. So, the animals don't use the specific language. According to the article Comparison Between Animal Communication and Language by Yi Ha Chen, School of Psychology, University of Nottingham, United Kingdom, this paper found that animal communication met the criterion of semanticity but failed to meet other criteria, especially displacement and productivity. And it is very hard to teach them language. It is argued that they showed no evidence of using language even after they were taught some elements of it.
The second question, what is the fundamental properties of human language? According to Chhatrapati Sahajit Maharaj from Kanpur, India University, the thesis says that there are 6 fundamental properties of human language. So what is it? Let's check. The first property is about arbitrariness. So what does it mean? Arbitrariness means that the word have no coherent relation with what they mean. What I mean actually? So for the example in our daily life, you saw this tree, it's not like the R-E-E, right? No, it's not. We agree, we call it tree because it's come from an agreement. The second property is duality. Language operates from a basic level like phonemes and a higher level like morphemes, words, and sentences. So what does it mean? It means that we can combine phonemes to create morphemes. Morphemes can create words, and words can create sentences. Then, for the example, the word L-E-M-P, the phonemes L-E-M-P, we can combine it to learn. The third property is displacement. It means that language users can talk about the past and the future, and they also can discuss about subjects that are not currently happening around them. For the example, they can talk about the historical events or the future plans, and even they can discuss about something that's abstract. What is it like freedom? The fourth property is about creativity and productivity. Humans or people can create an infinite number of new words. They can understand it surprisingly. For the example, when the pandemic occurs, there are a lot of new words that has been created, like new normal, social distancing, work from home, COVID, corona. That's a new words. The fifth property is about cultural transmission. Children acquire language through social interactions that biologically inherited from their parents. For the example, Chinese children rising and living in an environment full of Japanese people, they will speak Japanese more fluently than speaking Mandarin, right? The last property is about reflexiveness. Yes, meta-linguistic ability. Language can be used to talk about language itself. What does it mean? Speakers can use language to discuss, analyze, and reflect on linguistic elements and structures. For the example, discussing the definition of a word and maybe analyzing grammar rules or explaining how sentences are constructed. That's all the 6 fundamental properties of human language.
The third question, how do we understand spoken and written language? From the research book, The Study of Psycholinguistics, Understanding Language Science by Matthew J. Drexler's book provides a thorough examination of the process involved in language comprehension, integrating insights from cognitive psychology, linguistics, and neuroscience. Example, in daily life of understanding spoken and written language, they are the first, auditory processing. Sound waves enter the ear and are transformed into neural signals in the cochlea. And the second, phonetic analysis. The auditory cortex processing these signals to identify phonemes. And the third, lexical access. The brain matches phonetic patterns to know words stored in the mental lexicon, a mental dictionary of vocabulary. And the fourth, semantic processing. The meaning of recognized words is retrieved and understood. And the next, grammar and syntax. The brain analyzes the syntactic structure of the sentence, determining the grammatical relationship between words. And the next, contextual understanding. The brain uses contextual information and prior knowledge to resolve ambiguities and understand the intended meaning. And the next, pragmatic processing. This involves understanding the speaker's intent, tone, and social context. Understanding written language. The first, visual processing. Written words are perceived through the eyes and processed by the visual cortex in the occipital lobe. Second, character recognition. The visual words form area VWFA in the fusiform gyrus is specialized for recognizing written words and letters. And the third, orthographic processing. The brain identifies the orthographic patterns or letters and their arrangements and matches them to known words. The fourth, phonological processing. For language with alphabetic script, the brain converts written symbols or graphemes into corresponding sounds or phonemes. The next, lexical access. Similar to spoken language, the brain accesses the mental lexicon to retrieve the meanings of recognized words. And the next, semantic processing. The meaning of the word is understood, involving the same semantic networks used in spoken language processing. And the next, grammar and syntax. The brain analyzes the syntactic structure of written sentence. And the next, context and pragmatics. Contextual clues from the text and prior knowledge help is understanding the overall meaning and resolving ambiguities. The fourth question, what are the stages involved in speech production? Speech production is what we did every day, right now, even we did it. According to Introduction to Psycholinguistics, Understanding Language Science by Matthew J. Drexel. Speech production involves several case stages that outline how we transform thoughts into speaking language. The stages are elaborated in Chapter 2 of the book and include conceptualization. This is the initial stage where the speaker formulates the message they intend to communicate. It involves the generation of ideas and the organization of thought. And the next, we have formulation. During this step, the conceptualized thoughts are translated into linguistic forms. This includes lexical selections, grammatical encoding, and phonological encoding. And the next we have articulation. This stage involves the physical production of speech. This prepared phonological plan is executed by the speech muscles to produce sound, words, and sentence. And the next we have self-monitoring. Throughout the speech production process, speakers continuously monitor their own speech to correct any errors. This involves detecting and correcting mistakes in real time.
Fifth question. How do social interaction influence language use and development? According to H.E. and Skivian, B.B. in 2011, the theory of language socialization and the Handbook of Language Socialization said that language is learned through social interaction and cultural immersion. Children acquire language skills by engaging in conversation and observing language use within their social environments. Much of language acquisition happens through social interaction. Children learn language by observing and imitating others. Psycholinguistic research suggests that social interaction provides vital context for language learning, offering opportunities for feedback, correction, and reinforcement. Through interaction, individuals learn not only about vocabulary and grammar, but also the appropriate use of language in different contexts, such as formal versus informal settings, or in different social groups. For example, there are many opportunities to join events as a committee. We often find that to be a committee, we should apply for the interview. In this interview, the interviewer may be our friend, even though we usually speak informally and joke around, with or without realizations that we will speak formally to them when we did this interview. We will adjust our speech style and vocabulary to match the more formal language. This linguistic accommodation helps us appear more professional and better fit the organizational culture, showcasing how social context shapes an individual language use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Biologically
Biologically
inherently.